It's setting up the meeting. Uh, and we are live. Good afternoon. Well, good evening, technically. I am back. My co-host, my user co-host, Josh is not here today. He's sick, so we hope you get well soon, Josh. But I'm here with my man, Cameron Smith. Cam, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Like I said, I'm Cam. From the Beer 30 Sports O'Clock podcast. Yeah, man, just ready to get to it. I'm glad to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, brother. Like I said, I done known Cam for about a good 18 years now, 8 to 10 years probably. I was a young boy, so like this is my boy right here. Like I'm excited to be on here with you, man. Let's go ahead and hop right into it though. So for our first topic today, man, we're gonna talk about the NBA draft. I guess the first question is, I mean, obviously the no-brainer was Zion Williamson going first. I mean, we all knew that was gonna happen. But let's talk about any surprising picks at all. Anything surprising in the draft that you saw?
Surprising? I don't know. A lot with one of the things that really surprised me was the Suns' first pick not the first pick. They pick at 11 with Cam Johnson. That really surprised me because honestly, I didn't see him really going in the first round. So I feel like that was a really reach on the pick. So I was really shocked by that. The other one with the Wizards, the dude from Japan.
Yeah,
that I don't know, bro. I mean, he can be good. Like, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that was real surprising to me too. Like,
yeah, I feel like he can be good. He has upside potential. But I wasn't too fond on his game. So I don't know about the pick. But yeah, I think that was surprising to me also. I think that was one of the more surprising picks to me also.
Yeah.
I know one of the surprising picks, which I do like, but it still was surprising to me, was the Jackson Hayes picks by the Pelicans.
That was a great pick, yeah.
But I think it was a good pick. I was expecting them to pick which guy was still there? If I'm not mistaken, who was trying to? No, he wasn't. Who was off? Which guy was off the board? Wasn't he? From Duke.
Cam.
Yeah, Cam was off the board, wasn't
he? No, Cam was on the board.
Okay, well, that's who I was expecting them to pick actually at that pick. I was expecting them to get Cam. I was expecting them to get Cam Reddish. They needed a small forward. I felt like they didn't take him, but I think with that Jackson Hayes pick, he's 7 foot. He has potential, and I feel like he runs the floor well. My only downside with him was he's a late bloomer. And with him being a late bloomer, I know everybody knows that he didn't start his last year of high school.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I mean, that doesn't matter to me. But like, there was times that he just went missing on Texas. It's hard for someone to stay consistent. But he made missing on Texas though a couple of times, especially in the tournament too, for the NIT, because he played in the NIT tournament. He didn't play. Yeah, so he went missing. So that was my only thing about with him. I know another surprising pick for me. It wasn't surprising really, but it was such that Charlotte got PJ Washington.
Yeah.
Every single year, I don't know why Charlotte does this, but every single year they get a power forward. It's like they feel like their road to the finals, to the playoffs is through a power forward. And it's not. But PJ's a good player. And I wanted the Heat to take PJ Washington.
We know who they took though.
Yeah, they took Tyler Hero. I'm not a big fan of that pick at all, actually. I wish we would have got PJ, or I wish we would have got Romeo Langford from Indiana before we got him.
Nice look.
Yeah, but I was surprised about that PJ Washington pick for sure though. The Celtics, that was a good pick for them to get Romeo Langford though. That definitely was a good pick.
People really sleep on Romeo Langford because like I said, I watched a lot of high school basketball too. So even though with him going to Indiana, like I mean, he didn't really do a lot there, but the potential is there. Like it really is. Like Romeo's a really good player. So that picking him up, that was a huge pickup.
I think it was too. So we're gonna shift. Let's talk about who you think was the steal of the draft.
So I think getting Isaiah Little at 25 for Portland.
Great pick.
Man. Because he's another one of those guys that was top recruit in high school. Got to North Carolina, didn't really play a lot. But the potential is through the roof with Isaiah Little. Like, but bro can be really, really good because people forget, bro, he was going head to head with Zion. So, I mean, he's built for the NBA. He is. A lot of players, they just because they're not that good in college, like, doesn't mean like they're not going to be good in the NBA. Like, you got to think with college, it's more organized. Some people can't play an offense like that. But when you're in the NBA, you go get a bucket. Like, you ain't got to sure. Like, just go do your thing. So I feel like getting him at 25, that's gonna be huge because they need another a small forward that can score the basketball. So, and he's definitely gonna be able to do that.
So yeah, I was gonna actually say the Nasir Little pick, but I think one of the biggest steals, depending on if he turns out and he actually stayed healthy, it's Bobo in the second round.
Yeah,
Nuggets. People have to remember he was a top 10 recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And even the games that he played, he was averaging 18 and like 9. So
yeah.
I feel like if he stays healthy, he doesn't get injured again, in which he could have came back this season too.
Yeah. But why? Like,
he wasn't hurt. He was hurt, but he wasn't hurt to the extent that he couldn't come back. He could have came back in the season. He just stopped though because he didn't want to hurt his career. He didn't want to mess up his career. Exactly. It ultimately led him to go to the second round. So I'm pretty sure he probably would have did that over. But he went to a good team. He went to a playoff team. So that's the good thing about it though. So he went to a team that he can develop under. He can learn under Jokic. He can learn under Millsap. Yeah, like that team can help him grow. And I like the fact that they picked him. I think that was the steal of the draft right there.
Because that Nuggets team is gonna be crazy.
It is.
Because they got Michael Porter come. Yeah,
Michael Porter can actually play. It's gonna get real.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, like I said, there was a couple other steals, but it wasn't like I said, it wasn't that many. But I would definitely two main ones.
Yeah, definitely.
But switching again, who would you say had the best draft?
Not gonna lie, Cleveland had a really good draft.
They did.
Yeah, picking Darius Garland, that was a really, really good pickup because they're gonna have their backcourt is gonna be really good with him and Colin Sexton. Then you got to steal at the last pick of the first round, getting Kevin Porter Jr. Like that was because he was another person that could have went lottery.
He could have.
Yeah, so I feel like that was a steal getting him down there. And then the other pickup that they got from Belmont, that Dylan Widener, is a shooter. So they filled a lot of needs that they really needed because you got a small forward that can go score. Like I said, you got somebody that can play aside Colin Sexton. Then you got some shooting. So I mean, they did pretty. I think they really had a really, really good draft.
I would say Cleveland did have a good draft. I think who won the draft to me though, out of everybody, I would have to say the Hawks. I would definitely have to say the Hawks. The reason being is because they got DeAndre Hunter. That's one. Yeah. And I think DeAndre Hunter was probably the most underrated player until that NCAA championship. And that run that he had in general. But that NCAA championship game, he took over in the second.
Yeah, he definitely did.
He took over. And then you add in, they got Cam Reddish. They got Cam. And
that's gonna be big time.
Huh?
I said that's gonna turn out to be a really good pick. I don't know why people really sleep on Cam. Like,
well, here's the problem with Cam. His main problem was that he's a streaky shooter, just like RJ Barrett is. But
yeah,
the main difference, what it was, is he didn't hit his shots like RJ did. He was
yeah,
more streaky than he was, which is scary because RJ was very streaky. He
yeah,
was streaky though, and you don't want that on your team. But it's something to take a chance on because I think he has upside though. I
yeah.
definitely think he has upside.
Because even with Coach K said out of all three of them, like Cam has the highest upside because he can be a really really good two-way player because he can, like I said, he can shoot the ball, he can score on offense, and then when he wants to, he can play defense. So I think that's gonna be really really huge for the Hawks. Like I said, they're just adding to like young talent. So they're gonna be all right. They still got a few more years, but they'll be all right.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. But what I will say is, I love what they're doing there, and whoever I forgot their GM's name, but he's setting them up perfectly right now.
Nah, for real. Yeah.
And the reason why I say this, they have John Collins now. They've been drafting great too. They have John
Yeah.
Collins,
Yeah.
Trae Young. They had another rookie last year. He went in the second round, I think, or late first round. I can't think of his name.
Kevin Huebner.
Yep, Kevin Huebner. Then you add in DeAndre Hunter, who should be good because he played. If his offense game doesn't translate, he at least plays defense.
Definitely plays defense. Definitely.
That's what we do know. Cam Reddish can shoot. He's streaky, but it can translate. They picked up Nick Ward for the summer league, which he might not make the team. You never know. But Nick Ward he's a decent college player. I like what they're doing there, though. They're getting the players. They're trying to build that team back up, and they're going to center it around Trae Young, too. So I'm excited for the Hawks right now. The Pelicans had a real good draft, too. Obviously, they got Zion Williamson. I mean, then you add in Jackson Hayes, too. Like, those two picks right there were definitely great picks. So I can't complain about their draft fever. Other than that, though, like I said, other teams had, like I said, they had good picks. I'm excited to see what RJ Barrett does with New York.
I am too.
Because I feel like RJ Barrett, like I said, he's streaky, but I feel like RJ Barrett can be, I don't want to say a KD type player, but he can be a poor man's KD type player. He can be a poor man's KD.
Nah, because he can play 1 through 4. So I mean he can hoop. Yeah, poor man's KD. We'll see. That's a lot to say.
But it is. I mean, but it is. But I think it can happen. But look, we're gonna transition off the draft. Like I said, summer league starts up in a week or two. I think.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we're gonna transition off the draft right now. We're gonna move to Kyrie Irving. So, Kyrie Irving had comments today about the Celtics, basically saying that he didn't like the Celtics. He didn't like Danny Ainge. He didn't like Brad Stevens. He didn't want to be there in Boston. And then also, teams have been backing off of him, saying that they don't want him as a standalone star. So, what is your take on that?
I can understand why teams are backing off of Kyrie, just off the simple fact, like with adding him to your team, does he instantly make them better? So let's say Kyrie were to go to the Nets by himself. How many games do you think they win more than they did last year?
I actually think they lose. I think they win less games
because they're not. I think it's only with Kyrie. Kyrie is different. So Kyrie basically, from what he's been doing, from breaking locker rooms up and like not talking to people, things like that. Like, bro, people don't want to deal with that. Like, it's like that's some childish stuff. So I think that's another reason why some people are backing off. Because number one, yeah, like you're a really really good player, but like you said, are you gonna improve us more by yourself? Like we want you to come with another player. So that's why I feel like with Kyrie, Kyrie is great, but by yourself you're not gonna win us that many more games, honestly.
So here's what I would say. I really don't like Kyrie. I don't think he's a star. I think he's an all-star. I would take his superstar distinction away from him, just because of the simple fact, which I still think is a top 5 point guard. But I'm taking the superstar distinction away from him. Reason being is because if teams don't want you as your standalone star, they don't feel like you can build around you, it's impossible for you to be a star. It's impossible for you to.
He's a second. He's your second guy. Like he has to have somebody else that can go play with him. I don't feel like, because in Boston, like I said, he wanted to try to have his own team and all that. We see how that worked out. So you're not that much of a leader to be that first player. So I feel like I said, he has to be that second guy. I said, we know what Kyrie can do. We know Kyrie can go get 30 on whenever he wants to. But yeah, he's just not that main guy. He has to have somebody else that can play with him.
Yeah. I think what they're gonna end up having to do, I think he is gonna end up going to Brooklyn.
I think he is too.
So I think what's gonna have to happen is they have to pursue KD hard. About his comments though, it's unprofessional. I'm not gonna sit and lie to you. It's very unprofessional. Even if you don't like it, if you didn't like the town or anything, just leave.
True.
Like just leave.
Yeah.
I don't think it was nothing else needed for that.
Nah, but we all know that he's probably gonna be gone anyway. So.
Yep. All right, but that's enough about the Kyrie. I would say free agency talk, but we had talked about it the other day. So we can talk about it for a quick second, and I can ask you, because like I said, I've made my predictions where everybody's go, but Kawhi, KD, Clay, and DeMarcus Cousins and Kyrie, and then Russell. Where do you think they're going?
I think Clay stays. I don't think he's going anywhere. I really want KD to stay because, to be honest, I really don't want to see you in New York because they're still going to be trash. I think with Boog is the most intriguing one for me because he could stay in Golden State. I really don't want him to. I mean, he could come to the Lakers for a discount. You know what I'm saying? So, because I just don't feel like Golden State's going to be great next year. I mean, they're going to be okay. But I feel like Boog should definitely take a discount and go ahead and come to LA.
So, as far as such as is Boogie leaving, I think he isn't going to end up leaving. I think he is going to end up leaving, but the Warriors won't be great because there are two stars. Well, there's a star player, and then Clay's going to be injured next year.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt them. But I do expect them both to stay. Now, DeMarcus Cousins, I think, is the biggest toss-up, though, because I really don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah. He definitely has a chance to go somewhere else. I mean, he ain't going to make a lot of money unless that might be why he might sign another one-year deal, because playing with them next year, he'll actually kind of be an option next year finally. So I think that might be the only reason he stays, because he'll be that second guy that'll be able to score outside of Steph. So I think that might be a reason why he stays too.
Yeah, I think that might be too. But if they do keep on in then the next year, then they're gonna be competing for the championship again. It's gonna be them and the Lakers.
Yeah.
If they keep everybody. But look, we're gonna transition off of basketball. We're gonna move to the NFL. We got a couple more topics. Okay. So for the NFL, this is always a question that, like, it's always bugged me. Does Jerry Rice using Stickum, because everybody knows that he used Stickum, he cheated? Does that disqualify him from being the greatest wide receiver of all time?
No. Jerry's still the GOAT. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, bro, even they said it themselves. Half the people back then used Stickum. Like, I don't think it's really a big deal. I mean, yeah, it was illegal, but I definitely don't think that disqualifies him. He's definitely still the GOAT at receiver, bro. Like, that still don't stop me from getting open. Like, I mean, they just couldn't guard him, period. Like,
So then I asked this: a lot of his routes that he used, that he ran, they were basic though. So do you think he will be able to compete in today's game?
This is without the stick 'em, right?
Without the sticker. But you know the gloves nowadays basically are stickable.
Yeah. Nah, he definitely still would be able to because even in today's game, like, yeah, it's a lot of people that, their route running is great now. But like I said, a lot of people ain't. My thing is, if it comes from who wanted more, especially playing receiver. So Jerry definitely would be able to make it in today's game, honestly. Like I said, he just because I wanted more than that other guy. Like, you can't coach heart. So that's why I think he would still be able to do it in this game.
I agree with you. I don't know if he'll be the GOAT still, but I definitely think he'll be able to compete in today's game. Which leads me to my next question. Who's your top 5 wide receivers of all time?
This is in the order. It has to be in the order.
Yeah.
All right. This is for me. I mean, of course, we got the GOAT number 1, Jerry, of course. My number 2, for me, I got T.O. at number 2. Like, T.O. is great. Like, I love T.O. Number 3, I got Randy Moss. 4, I got Larry Fitzgerald. And number 5, I got Calvin Johnson.
Now, let me ask you, why did you because most people put Moss over T.O., so why did you put T.O. over Moss?
Bro, it's just something about T.O. T.O. changed the game. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, Randy Moss, like, him and Randy Moss were almost basically the same, as in, like, we're going to go up, we're going to moss you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just felt like T.O. put his, like, stamp on the game, bro. Just of how I'm gonna talk my mess to you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't guard me, the celebrations, everything. Like, I just feel like T.O. just he did more. He embraced the receiver spot. Like, T.O. just did a lot more than Randy Moss, I think he did. So I just feel like that might be why I put him over Randy Moss, though.
Okay. No, like I said, I understand that. So I'm gonna give you my top 5. I still got Jerry Rice there. 2, I got Terrell Owens. 3, I have Moss.
Mm-hmm.
4 goes Megatron. Then 5 goes Fitz. And no disrespect to Fitzgerald, because Fitz is great.
Yeah, definitely.
And on the outside looking in, which is, like I said, most people wouldn't think it's Marvin Harris is at 6 for me.
Yeah. See, I was torn between Marvin too. I definitely thought about putting Marvin in there, honestly.
People forget about how great Marvin
was great, bro. Like him and Peyton, like that connection they had, like, oh Lord.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you why I have T.O. over Moss.
Okay.
My main thing is, what people forget is that Moss was a drama queen too, as people would say about T.O.
Yeah.
The difference was T.O. would still play every single play, full, nonstop. Moss took a lot of plays off, a lot of plays off. He even said it. He even said that he took plays off.
Yeah.
If a player's taking plays off, which that means that he was that great, though, that he still got all these yards taking plays off. But I don't want a player on my team that's going to take plays off that is a drama queen, that is a lot of drama also.
Right.
But then you go back to it also, though. T.O. ran the whole route tree.
Yeah,
Moss did not. Moss didn't run the whole route tree. T.O. ran the whole route tree. I know I can throw it through the middle. To the middle through T.O. And he's going.
Yeah, you ain't throwing it over the middle of Moss. Moss ain't going.
Going through
the
middle. He was not going through the middle. And then, like I said, one more thing about that is too, because people always think I'm crazy when I say T.O. better than Moss. Another thing is Moss went missing for a while. People forget that he went missing for a while.
Yeah, Oakland, when he got to Oakland, he definitely disappeared.
T.O. made an impact on almost every single team that he played on.
Yeah,
The Bills, the Eagles, Cowboys, Niners. I'm
the
probably missing.
Bengals. The Bengals too. Yeah.
And like that's so like T.O. was there every single time.
Yeah, definitely.
So like I said, I respect if you have Monster. It's hard to dispute.
Right.
He's probably one of the greatest athletes to ever play in the game as far as football.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about pure talent wise though, Calvin Johnson is so much better than everybody.
Yeah. And I hate that Calvin retired so early, bro. Like
it's upsetting.
He definitely could still be playing right now. Like
it's upsetting. And he probably would be the best wide receiver still in the game.
Yeah, honestly.
6'5" running the 4.3, 220, 230. Come on.
Like, can run every route. Like, man. Like,
come on. Jumping over 4 people.
There was no guarding that man at all. Like, at all.
Detroit, I ask you one thing. To stop messing up your players' careers. Like, you did it to Calvin now. Why don't y'all just do it to Matthew Stafford, too?
Matt not going. Matt getting a check.
Matt getting a check, man. You know the crazy thing is, though? Matthew Stafford got better when he left.
Yeah. He did.
He got better
which is the weird thing. Because I guess maybe because he has to spread the ball around more instead of having to focus on one target. So that might be why.
But it happened with Cam Newton, though. When Greg Olsen and Kelvin Benjamin got injured that 1 year, he got better. Which is weird. He spread the football out. Your best target is in there, which is really weird. Yeah. It really is weird. But that's what made Eli Manning. Eli Manning wasn't already that good, but when Odell got in. But when Odell got in, though, he just looked at. He looked at.
I know he's gonna catch it. So I'm gonna stare you down the whole time. Interception.
Predictable. You can't do that. It's predictable. That's what makes that. That's what separates people. That's what separates people from Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. That's what separates people. But let's move on to the next topic, though. What team do you have the highest expectations for?
I know it's gonna sound a little weird, but for high expectation, I actually got the Bears. I got some high expectations for the Bears this year. Like seeing what they did last year, you got Mr. Trubisky, who's a year older now. Now you can unleash Tariq Cohen because you ain't got to worry about Jordan Howard no more. Like I know they're gonna be doing so many things with him. Then you add high on defense, and their defense was already crazy. Like I mean, so I really got some high expectations for the Bears. Really.
Yeah, the Bears definitely should be great this year.
Yeah.
But I guess my team I'm picking, which is weird, but I pick it every year too. They just somehow just disappoint me. I don't know why I have so much faith in them, but it just disappoint me year after year after year. I've been doing it for 3 years now, but it's the Los Angeles Chargers.
Every year.
Every single year. I have high expectations for them. They're growing higher. You have Darren James. You have Joey Bolton. You have Melvin Ingram. You got Phillip Rivers. You got Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. You got Melvin Gordon. You got a good coach.
Yep.
I mean, they all together. I forgot. Oh, they got Casey Hayward. I mean, they got Casey.
Yeah, Casey Hayward. Yep.
One of the best corners in the game. Like, I just need you to bring it together.
Derwin James in the back end, like.
It's upsetting because I have faith in them every single year, and somehow they just mess it over. I don't know what they're doing. They can't compete with Tom Brady. They won't be able to compete with Patrick Mahomes. They should win that division this year. I really feel like they should. That defense
won last year, and then they folded at the end like they've been doing. They either start slow or end slow.
They either start slow or they end fast. It doesn't. Are they stormy or they end bad?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense. I don't know why y'all keep getting my face. Like I really don't know why. I try to figure this out every single year why I have high expectations for y'all. But I trust y'all. I really do.
I never will.
Y'all make it far in the playoffs this year. Another team I have high expectations for is the Cowboys. Once again, It's another team that every single year I have high expectations. But the difference this year is, though, this is Dak's contract year. I think Dak balls out this year. I think he balls out this year. And
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know because Dak is weird. I think with Dak, you know what? I will agree because I feel like they'll actually open the offense up more this year because the offense has been so stale with the Cowboys for I don't know how long. Because even when Dez said it like, bro, we run almost the same plays every time. He said we're gonna hand off to Zeke. Oh, let's hope. And we're playing behind the sticks. And let's hope we can get something. But yeah, I feel like let's not say this because even though Kellen Moore is the offense coordinator, he's not going to be doing too much. Like we know that Jason Garrett is probably going to be calling plays this year. So Kellen Moore is just there for a face. So I think Dak might ball out. He might, but then too, Zeke's still trying to get paid too. So we'll
Zeke's having another big season. This thing is Zeke's been in the league for 3 years. He would have had the rushing title 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
He's had it 2 out of the 3 years, though.
He got to stay on the field.
He does. He has to stop doing dumb stuff. He has to stay on the field.
Yep.
Last team, though. I have one more team that I have high expectations for. It is the Indianapolis Colts. I have high expectations for the Colts. Reason being is Andrew Luck is actually he's going to have a full season that he should be healthy. He should. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest word, though. He should. I don't know if he will be, but he should be healthy. He has Paris Campbell from Ohio State coming in as a wide receiver, another weapon, just like T.Y. Hilton, basically. Just like T.Y. Hilton. Running back wise, needs to improve.
Yeah.
Offensive line, though, they had one of the best offensive line this year. You can't complain about protection no more. They drafted an offensive guard that Quentin Nelson came in destroying people. That probably was the best offensive line pick for a while, too. He came in destroying people. Where do you come from? Notre Dame? Is it Notre Dame?
Yep.
Why? When you want to pick offensive line, you pick it from Notre Dame or you pick it from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Maybe a Michigan. Michigan, too. Michigan, too, and Michigan State. Maybe Ohio State sometimes. You gotta be careful with it. You gotta be careful.
Hey, even Bama.
Bama's sometimes. Ryan Kelly played good this year. I was so iffy about Ryan Kelly. I didn't know what he was gonna do this year. He played good this year though.
Yeah.
Their offensive line though is good. They still need to work on their pass rush. They got Darius Leonard right there who was a monster.
Man.
And people forget about their other rookie, Anthony Walker. Anthony Walker is a good linebacker also. You got Malik Hooker back there in the back. Yep. Like, I think that I have high expectations for them.
You got to stay healthy. Because they definitely, because like the South, they just got to stay healthy. So the South is, I don't see the Titans being like how they played last year. I don't see them making any noise. It's out of the Colts and the Texans.
I'm going to talk about the Titans when you get done.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the Titans. I'm going to talk about Mariota. With the Titans, man, I just don't understand about them because they do play well.
All right.
They play well. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this here. Mariota and Winston have been very disappointing picks.
They have.
And that was the number 1 and number 2 pick in the 2014?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that were in that draft. They both have been very disappointing. Winston does dumb off the field stuff, and when he's on the field, you see glimpses of potential, and then you see stuff that makes him look like a college quarterback still. I honestly just think he needs to get out of that system over there in the Buccaneers.
They might need to move on.
But then you go to Mariota. I see greatness in him sometimes. Like game-winning drives, fourth quarter percentage in the red zone where he scores almost every single time in the red zone. But then you see times where he just looks very bad. Like he looks mediocre. And I'm like, what is this Mariota? Like, what is him? What is he? He's never healthy.
Never.
He's putting Blaine Gabbert. Nobody want to sit here and watch Blaine Gabbert. What is
And
he
so that's
doing
why they
this
ended
year?
up getting. That's why they traded. I think that's why they traded for Ryan Tannehill.
They
So
had
now
to.
you got a decent backup quarterback who's been a starter in the league.
You have a
Who's
starting
won some
quarterback.
games before. So yeah. So now you got to prove that this your job.
What I'm gonna say is that's just because Ryan Tannehill, before he got hurt last year, Ryan Tannehill was playing a great season. He was playing a really great season, and they were on the road to the playoffs. The Dolphins were. They all were almost in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden, good old Brock Osweiler came in. We all know what Brock does.
You already know. You know.
We know what Brock does.
Man.
Oh man, I ain't gonna go in on because he was on my team for a little while. And boy,
He definitely was. That was Peyton Manning's successor.
Yeah, John, you gotta draft quarterbacks better. But hopefully Drew Lock is good.
I think he will be.
I think he will be too. I wanted Dwayne Haskins like bad. I wanted Haskins bad, and I was upset that we traded back.
Because they already knew. They knew who they wanted.
Huh?
They knew who they wanted.
Yeah, I think they wanted Noah, but I also think that they wanted Devin White, and then when the Buccaneers took him, I think that's the reason. Was like, well, let's go and trade back. Yeah. But I would have liked us taking Devin Bush though. I would have took Devin Bush also because I think both of them were great linebackers. I wanted Devin White there. Bush.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, let's move on to the next topic. We got two more, I think.
Yeah.
So, what team do you have the lowest expectations this year?
My low expectation, the Jags. Everybody thinks that Nick Foles is going to come in there and save the day. No.
The Niners?
The Jags.
You said Nick Bosa. You talking about Josh Allen?
No. I said the Jaguars.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So I feel like people think Nick Foles is going to come in there and just save them. It's not going to happen at all. Like I've said, I don't trust Nick Foles outside of the Eagle jersey. I don't trust him. So like at all. Like
I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah, and then to be honest, they really didn't add too much for him to throw the ball to. So I don't know. I mean, of course, he's gonna be handing off to Leonard Fournette all day, I guess.
Leonard Fournette is underwhelming.
Yeah, I think he'll be back this year. I think he'll be back to how he was when his rookie season. I think so.
I don't think he is, and the reason being is I'm not blaming on him. I'm blaming on LSU. And I'm blaming on the Jaguars. They're losing too much already, especially at LSU. Running the ball 40 times a game, 30 times a game in college. Yeah. No.
Hey, that's why you want to play another. I'm not playing that in the that ball game. Yeah, I'm not you. Y'all done ran me in the ground.
Yeah, I feel for him.
Yeah.
But Jaguars are one on my list. I think the top one on my list though is the Ravens. Here's the reason why. I just don't think it pains me to say it.
Don't say it.
It pains me to say it, but unless that defense carries the offense, then it's not happening. I just don't. I got to see progression from Lamar, and I just don't see it happen.
Man,
you got to think about it. I'm gonna put it in this way. I
right.
saw something that a lot of people saw in the Chargers Ravens game in the playoffs, and it was that because what happened in the fourth quarter was that the reason why he was throwing the ball and stuff was because they was playing prevent defense. They were playing back on them, so they was letting them throw the ball because they didn't want them to get beat by anything else. It was deep.
Right.
He was throwing short passes. He made some good passes too in tight coverage. So I saw potential. But in the beginning of the game, decision making was bad. Accuracy was bad.
His first playoff game though.
It doesn't matter. Decision making was bad. Accuracy was bad. And then you go into the throw power that he just doesn't really have, really. He doesn't have that NFL caliber throw power. And then you add on to the top of it, their run game isn't that good.
And I think they addressed that with getting Mark Ingram this year. So I think that actually helped.
They helped it, but I just don't know. I don't like it. I just don't. I'm not sure about them. Like, I'm really not sure about them. And it's mainly because of Lamar. And I hate this shit. I really do, because I like Lamar. Like, I really like Lamar, but it just, I don't know what I can't say anymore on it. It just, hopefully, he proves me wrong. You can keep my word on it. Hopefully, he proves me wrong.
I hope he does. I really do.
I hope he does too, because I don't want him to do bad. I don't want the Ravens to do bad.
Yeah,
but
that'll be all right.
Hopefully, I'm not saying they are. Hopefully. So, moving on to our last topic, though. Who's your sleeper team?
Man, I know people don't think I'm crazy, but to be honest, I got Arizona. I think Arizona might really be a sleeper with Kyler. Kyler gonna come in there and change some things. So, and then you add to David Johnson's gonna be healthy this year. People forget David Johnson was one of the, if not arguably the best back in the league. Him and Le'Veon when he was actually healthy. They said he still got Larry there. Larry actually got somebody to throw for him to throw the ball to now. Like I'm saying, like I think they're gonna be pretty good. They're gonna be pretty decent this year. Not saying that they may like sneak into a wild card spot, but I don't think they're gonna be as bad as people think they will be.
I actually have them going 4-12 this season. And
dang.
I mean, I'm being honest. I got them going 4-12.
Nah, Kyler's gonna come. Kyler's a winner, bro. Like he's been doing this since high school.
According to the national championship game, he a loser. Oh no. Yeah, it was national championship game. No, who did they play?
It was the game before that.
It was the game before the national championship.
Yeah, they played Alabama, but he came back second half. They was just down by a little bit too much. He showed out second half.
But you know what I saw in that national championship game?
What?
He can't play against good defenses. And Bama's defense wasn't even that good this year.
I think it just took them. I don't think it was just him. They had to adjust as a team, though, because they haven't played. They didn't play a team like Alabama all year. Like Alabama is the NFL of college. I mean, we know this. Like,
and that's where the problem lies, because they were playing against offensive teams. They have no defense. Yeah. And that's where my problem lies with that whole thing. I saw things in the Texas game when they lost to him too. Like I'm not too fond of him. And like I said, he was the first pick, and hopefully he does good. And congratulations.
I think he will.
But I don't feel like he was the best quarterback in his draft.
Because you feel like what, Dwayne Haskins?
I do. I feel like Dwayne Haskins has better IQ.
It's a biased pick. That's a biased pick. A biased pick.
I'm saying I think he's a better quarterback than him. If we being honest, look at his stats compared to him. Just look at the throwing stats.
I feel you. Now look at the all-around stats. I'm just telling you the throwing stats.
But look, he's not a runner. We know this. Like, he's a pocket passer.
He might be the first African American quarterback that don't like to run. Like,
he likes to stay in the pocket.
I'm just gonna stay in the pocket. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not about to run.
And the Redskins paired him up with Terry McLaurin from his college. There's guys.
They're gonna be the Redskins are gonna be decent because then you add in what's called from LSU back too next year. Yep. There's guys. So they're gonna be decent.
Case Keenum, think he about to start? Come on.
Day one. That's nah.
Come on, Case. You're not starting.
It's all right, Case.
Cole, you're not starting. You ain't been good since Texas. And then you left the game.
Hey, man, don't bring back up memories, man. Dang.
He messed up y'all national championship chance. He got hurt.
Then we had to go to Gary Gilbert.
Where he at?
Playing in that other league before we got shut down. Yeah, he was.
Really?
Yeah, he was out there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was.
That's crazy. But no, Haskins is going to be the best player in this draft, though. and I'm keeping my word to it. And make sure you keep my word to it.
I hear you.
I think he wins 9 games this season too. 9-7. His ceiling is going to be 10.
Did they make the playoffs?
I don't think they make the playoffs. Only reason being, I don't think they're going to win the division. I think the Cowboys will.
It's out them the Eagles. I think if Carson Wentz stays healthy, the Eagles run away with that division. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think they're gonna have 3 playoffs. They might have 3 playoff teams. They might do what NFC South did a while back.
Maybe.
Well, 3 years ago. It wasn't a while back.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So for my sleeper team though, I'm going with the Panthers.
I didn't want to do a homer pick. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that, man.
I'm going to do it. This is Cam's year. He has 1 year that he looks bad. Or he looks decent. Then he has a year when he elevates himself more.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Cam knows that right now, somebody's on my tail. They're looking to trade. They're probably I'm not saying that someone is actually on his tail because in all actuality, no one's on his tail. But I think that the Panthers organization is thinking, well, we've been to the Super Bowl once. We haven't been back to the playoffs in 2 years now.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to start exploring trading Cam and going a different way. I think Cam hears that and he elevates himself more. I think Curtis Samuel is coming into his own. You got DJ Moore.
Definitely is.
You got Kelvin. I mean, not say Kelvin, but you got Greg Olsen. And then y'all lost Chris Davis. But, I mean, you have Shaq Thompson over there. And you have a couple. You got Luke Kuechly. He's got arguably the best linebacker in the game right now.
Definitely.
So you have the pieces. Cam just has to make sure he's consistent every single week. It's hard to be consistent every week. He has to stay healthy.
He showed he can do it. That's the thing. He's shown that he can do it.
Yeah, he has. Yes, he had he's an MVP winner. People have to remember he won the MVP. He won the MVP. People have to remember that. And no more motorcycle crashes, Cam. Stop riding a motorcycle during the season.
Yeah, get you a driver. Just stop driving everywhere. Just get the driver.
Just stop riding a motorcycle. I don't know why athletes do that.
Because they think they're invincible.
No. Madison Bumgarner did that and he was out for a whole year. Tore his shoulder. Stop riding motorcycles. What's your fantasy about it?
Like I said, they think they can't be touched. No.
Well, obviously they can't. Like I said though, guys, I will be at the Bengals training camp too. So I will be interviewing people when I get there too. So I want everybody that's going to the Bengals camp, make sure you hit me up. I'll be there for most of the days and everything. That's another team too. And I don't want to sound biased or anything. And I know it sounds weird, but I think the Bengals can be a 9-win team too. Not no 10, not no 11, none of that. 8 to 9. 8 to 9 games. And the only reason being is if AJ Green stays healthy, Tyler Boyd stays healthy, and they open the playbook up for John Ross.
Right.
They're not using his feet. Use him like that.
No, they're not at all.
Take notes how people use Tyreek Hill, how they use Ted Ginn. Just let that boy run. He ran the fastest 40 in the game. In history, let him run.
It's the fact.
Just let him run. I like their quarterbacks too. They got William Jackson. They got Darqueze Bernard, Denard. But Drake Kirkpatrick needs to move to safety. I think that's where he fits better.
Yeah, I think so too.
The problem with them is though, it's their linebackers. Their linebackers are bad. I feel like a lot of the other places is fine. The linebackers and the offensive line, they need to still address those places. I like their pick though that they took with their left tackle. What's his name? Jonah Williams from Alabama. Jonah Williams from Alabama, who I think is the best lineman in that draft. So, and then you add in Billy Price from last year's draft. So they are trying to upgrade the offensive line. But we will get it.
Definitely, because we know how the Bengals get. So
yes, we do. Especially his last couple of years. I know that's second in Andy Dalton that he had not been able to make the playoffs. after making 5 years in a row.
Trash. And then you get to the playoffs with him and he gets hurt.
Either gets hurt or he loses to the Texans. They lost to the Texans 2 years in a row.
Yep.
How you lose to the same team 2 years? Never mind. They did it in the Super Bowl.
No, we're not going to talk about losing to the same teams, a couple times in a row.
Oh, well, y'all did it to the Saints 4 times in a row.
3. Well,
oh, 3.
Don't do that.
No, but the Bengals are used to losing to 2 teams in a row. They lost to the 49ers twice in the Super Bowl. Once, and then the next year they lost to them. How sickening is that? That 49ers team was great, though, so you can't do it.
Yeah, definitely.
But that is all the topics we had today. I'm going to ask you, Cam, you got any closing thoughts, man?
I'm just ready for basketball to get started again, but I'm really ready for football. Both of these seasons for NBA and NFL is gonna be really dope. So I'm really ready for everything to get back started. Because this little break between everything after the finals end, you got a little break until football.
Baseball. We got baseball.
We don't do baseball over here. I watch highlights.
We got tennis.
Nah, definitely not. We got golf year round, NASCAR. You know what I'm saying?
We got tennis too. Relax. But like I said, man, it was a pleasure having you on the show, Cam. I'm pretty sure you'll probably be back on in here in a couple weeks next week. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whenever you want to come on, you're always welcome.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
Of course. Next week, like I said, Josh should be back, and then we have another guest coming. Well, another co-host. Eddie's going to be coming on. Rodriguez. So, like I said, thank you guys for helping. I mean, for helping, but for watching. We'll be back next week. Probably 2 shows again next week too. Be safe. What's up?
Yeah.
Peace out.
Oh man.